Stars of the 1,000-Pound Sisters, Tammy Slaton and Amy Slaton have always been a sibling duo. Nevertheless, the sisters have recently voiced a wish to go their separate ways and pursue their own interests. It is not surprising that Amy and Tammy feel the desire to take a trip apart from one another. Due to the fact that Amy is 37 years old and Tammy is 38 years old, they frequently refer to themselves as Irish twins. Amy and Tammy did not grow up with their three other half-siblings, despite the fact that they have three more as well. Their childhoods were spent together, and they even shared a home for a considerable amount of time during their 20s. They joined forces to launch a YouTube channel, which ultimately resulted in the production of their TLC show. In 2010, when Amy and Tammy made their first appearances on television, they were neighbors and lived next door to each other. Because she weighed more than 600 pounds, Tammy required a great deal of assistance from Amy and Michael Halterman, who was her husband at the time. Amy was able to move around more easily than her considerably larger sister, despite the fact that she weighed more than 400 pounds herself. Both Amy and Tammy were dependent on one another in various ways because of their weight to each other. Both of them have shed a significant amount of weight, and as a result, they have been eager to demonstrate their independence. Please continue reading for indications that the 1,000-Pound Sisters stars from Season 7 might not be a bundle deal for much longer. Brian Scott Lovvorn, Amy's new lover, was brought to her attention in the mosh pit during a performance, and ever since then, the two of them have been inseparable. In spite of the fact that Amy appears to be content with Brian, her family is concerned that she is moving too soon. It should not come as a surprise that Amy's family is concerned about her because she has a history of having negative experiences with males. They have the impression that Amy is impulsive when it comes to guys, and they accuse her of wanting to rush things. Amy has dated a number of men since her divorce, and each of these relationships has resulted in her crying. It is also not helpful that Brian is 50 years old, which is a significant amount of time older than Amy, who is 37 years old. In the opening episode of the 7th season of 1,000-Pound Sisters, Amanda was assisting Amy in getting ready for a date with Brian when she made a disclosure that the audience found shocking. Amy revealed to her sister, who was completely taken aback, that Brian had requested that she go and have her tubes undone so that she might carry his child. Amanda Halterman, Amy's sister, suggested that Amy take things slowly, but Amy was not paying attention to her advice. Amy insists, "I really think he can be the one day," and she is right. It is possible that she is prepared to exchange Tammy for Brian. In the opening episode of the 7th season of 1,000-Pound Sisters, it was revealed that Tammy is secretly dating a lady, and she has not informed her family about her new relationship. A short time before the episode's conclusion, Tammy stealthily enters a minivan and drives away. "There is something that I haven't talked about with my family," Tammy admits. "'Cause my family gonna have something to say about it." She then goes on to explain that she has been being romantically involved with a woman for a few months now. Tammy dated a number of men whom she obtained through a dating website that caters to males who have a passion for women who are overweight. As a result of the fact that she is aware that her family will be critical, Tammy is trying to avoid telling them. When it comes to romantic relationships, the 1,000-Pound Sisters star from Season 7 has made some awful decisions. Tammy dated a number of men whom she obtained through a dating website that caters to males who have a passion for women who are overweight. In order to achieve their goal of Tammy being overweight, her boyfriends would make a concerted effort to convince her to abandon her diet. A pleasant man called Caleb Willingham was the one she finally met and married during the 5th season of the show. However, he passed away not long after they tied the knot. It is very evident that Tammy is prepared to make her own choices. Amy, who had previously always made public appearances with her sister, recently hosted her very first meet and greet event only for herself. Mickey Ramos, a supporter, uploaded video footage from the event on his Instagram account. Amy is seen in the video signing a giant artwork of herself before returning her attention to the long line of fans who are waiting for her. There was no sign of Tammy anywhere to be found, and instead, Amy's new boyfriend, Brian, was by her side. Tammy's life has undergone a total transformation as a result of her weight loss, which went from more than 700 pounds to more than 200 pounds. The first solo event that Amy had appeared to be a huge success, and she was beaming with happiness. It is currently unknown whether the star of the 7th season of Sisters, who weighs 1,000 pounds, intends to continue performing solo events or whether she wishes to reconnect with Tammy for upcoming fan events. Amy has come a long way and is more autonomous than she was in the past, as seen by the fact that she wants to organize her own events. The Slatons are a family that is very close to one another, and the distinctive way in which they interact with one another is one of the great aspects about the show. It was during the 6th season of 1,000 Pound Sisters that Tammy's nerves began to become irritated by the fact that the Slatons are constantly in each other's company. Tammy has undergone bariatric surgery and reduced her weight by an astounding 500 pounds since she made her debut on television in the year 2020. Tammy's life has undergone a total transformation as a result of her weight loss, which went from more than 700 pounds to more than 200 pounds. Her level of autonomy is more than it has ever been, and she is eager to discover it. Although Tammy had little mobility before reducing weight, she required regular assistance from her family in order to get around. She is well equipped to take care of herself now that she has regained the majority of her mobility, and as a result, she is yearning for a lifestyle that is more autonomous. Despite the fact that it is reasonable that Tammy would like to have some space from her family, we anticipate that she will reconsider leaving Kentucky because it could have an impact on the show. Amy and Tammy have each shed a considerable amount of weight over the course of their lives, but they did so at different rates. Over 400 pounds was the weight that Amy was carrying when she made her debut on television. As a result of Amy's desire to have children, she underwent bariatric surgery during the first season of 1,000 Pound Sisters. She immediately reduced 125 pounds and was able to produce 2 healthy sons, namely Gage and Glenn Halterman. The path that Tammy traveled was not as straightforward. At the time of the premiere episode, Tammy weighed more than 600 pounds. Nevertheless, she eventually reached a weight of more than 725 pounds before undergoing bariatric surgery. The fact that the sisters moved at such different speeds actually put them on a road that led them away from one another. Due to the fact that she has shed 500 pounds, Tammy is no longer in need of assistance with fundamental everyday tasks such as taking a shower or cleaning her home. However, despite the fact that it is understandable that Tammy would like to demonstrate her independence, she is not yet totally prepared to be on her own. One of the most significant obstacles that Tammy is facing is her reluctance to learn how to drive. Due to the fact that Tammy was unable to fit into a standard car seat, let alone the driver's seat, she was never able to learn how to drive before she managed to lose weight. It was necessary to transport her in a specialized van that had the middle seat removed so that she could sit on the floor so that she could move around. Until Tammy is able to drive herself about, she will never be able to be considered completely independent. Despite the fact that Tammy is now able to fit comfortably into the driver's seat of any vehicle, she continues to refuse to learn how to drive. Currently, the majority of the responsibility for transporting Tammy is borne by her brother, Chris Combs, who is a member of the 1,000 Pound Sisters. Although he has made numerous attempts to instruct Tammy in the art of driving, the 1,000 Pound Sisters star has continued to be resistant to learning. Until Tammy is able to drive herself about, she will never be able to be considered completely independent. Miss Slaton, Tammy. At the age of 38, 500 pounds were shed. A. Slaton, Amy, 37.5 years of age. 169 pounds were shed. A. Combs, Chris, 44.0 years of age. 150 pounds were shed. It is Amanda Halterman, 44.0 years of age. She shed 31 pounds. Teresa Slaton Wentworth Misty. At the age of 48, she shed 74 pounds. This is Brittany Combs. At the age of 36, who knows?